Hi guys, Scott Longyear here from scottlongyear.com. Hey, do you find yourself broke and tired? I know that totally sounds like a line to an infomercial, but if you find yourself a little bit worn down and a little bit stressed out and a lot broke, God may have some very encouraging words for you today. So not so long ago I was talking to a friend of mine, and he had shared that his spiritual life, he felt like it just kind of stalled out. And as we began to discuss why that might be, what we came to the conclusion of was that my friend had at one time in his life been able to serve and he had been able to give, but because he was didn't have a lot of time and he didn't have a lot of money to give, he had strapped himself down time-wise and he had strapped himself down with financial obligations. He wasn't able to give. And because he wasn't able to give, he felt like he had kind of spiritually stalled out. You know, there are some people who say that there's an inner peace that comes from two areas. One is growth and one is giving. And I think that there is some truth with that, and God would say similar things to us. Interesting, I was reading in Proverbs in chapter 11 and verse 24, and it says this: "One man gives freely, yet he gains even more." Now that doesn't make sense. If you give freely, that you gain even more. And it says, "Another withholds unduly, but comes to poverty." And then the writer of Proverbs says this: "A generous man will prosper, and he who refreshes others will himself be refreshed." A generous man will prosper, and he who refreshes others will himself be refreshed. Man, I know you're like me. You could use some refreshment in your life. And most of the time, we think, I'll get refreshment if I just buy more or do this or grab this or give myself to this. And what the Father's saying to us is that we can be refreshed when we refresh others. So here's my challenge to you this week. Do one thing this week intentionally to refresh somebody else. Maybe that's you refresh them by buying coffee. Maybe it's by giving something else to them. Maybe it's a financial gift. Maybe it's a gift of time. Whatever. But do something to refresh somebody else. And in the process, take note of how that works, how you refresh them, and then what that does in your own spiritual life. And my guess is that you'll find that it kind of reinvigorates some things in you spiritually. I look forward to hearing some of your experiences and some of the things that happens there. So be sure and comment in the comment section below. Thanks.